Operation Puff Adder 2 sues for cooperation from the public to tackle security challenges. Nigeria Immigration Service inaugurates forward operation base in the state for effective border policing. Plus, Nigerian Army contributes in educational advancements, builds 12-room, one-story hostel accommodation. Details shortly. A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7. I am Cecilia Julius. Now to the news in full. Determined to extricate criminals from their various hideouts in line with citizens' rights and rule of law, the Cross River State Police Command is replicating the Operation Puff Adder 2, recently flagged off by the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu. Correspondent Achibong Basi reports that the Commissioner of Police, Sikiru Akonde, who stated this while parading some suspects, says mounting the daunting security challenges across the state may not be achieved without the cooperation of government and members of the public. The Commissioner of Police, while commending the initiative of the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, says to return Cross River State to its tourism hub status of the Federation, the command has adopted new security strategies with the introduction of electronic devices such as drones and protective intelligence-led policing, taking cognizance of the geographical location of the state.
Yes, the task has been very, very difficult because we are like a farmer who is using his hand to till the ground.
Highlighting achievements of the command in the past 1 month, the Commissioner says 13 suspects have been arrested with 57 rounds of 7.6 mm live ammunition, 25 feet armored cables, 8 parcels of wheat suspected to be Indian hemp, 1 locally made double-barrel pistol, 3 locally made pistols with live cartridges, charms, amulets, 2 bottles of concoction and 1 pack of substance suspected to be cocaine, SIM cards and documents of vehicle. The Commissioner further states that the command will not tolerate any unwholesome behavior from anyone who may want to jeopardize the peace of the state. In Calabar, Achibong Basi, NTA News. Still on security, effective border policing requires greater commitment by officers of the Nigeria Immigration Service to coordinate safe and regular mobility at the country's border while ensuring protection of migrants' rights. Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandede, said this at the inauguration of Forward Operation Base in Efraya, Etum local government area of Cross River State. Udwak Etem has details.
The Nigeria Immigration Service is saddled with the responsibility of protecting the country's borders and hinterlands, hence the need for comfortable control centers to address the challenges officers face in combating cross-border banditry, smuggling of illegal migrants and trafficking in persons. The establishment of the Forward Operation Base in border frontiers across the country for effective border policing is apt. Hence, the inauguration of this facility in Efraya, a local government area of Cross River State, with adequate room capacity for staff accommodation to increase efficiency and productivity of officers in Ikom and Etung axis.
The Forward Operation Base, our officers have direct communication to every part of our country. Radio communication is available, they have patrol vehicles to go around, and they are working also alongside, together with Operation Swift Response, the border drill, which is coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor.
We in the command will continue to pledge our fleeting loyalty and dedication to ensure that the purpose of this activity is achieved.
With the building of the Forward Operation Base in Cross River State, there are hopes that activities at nearby patrol bases will be effectively coordinated. Governor Ben Ayade, represented at the event, believes the base will enhance national security.
The state government had donated a complete building at Ogoja for you to start off with a passport office in Cross River State. The activities and the services rendered by the Nigerian Immigration Service has helped to guide borderline.
The facility of the Nigerian Immigration Service is expected to improve the productivity of officers while achieving orderly mobility at the country's borders. From Etung local government area of Cross River State, Uduak Etam, NTA News.
The Secretary to the Government of Niger State, Ahmed Ibrahim Mantani, has appealed to bandits to embrace dialogue, reconciliation, and lay down their arms. The bandits reportedly gave conditions for peace, demanding that authorities would need to release their men being held by security agencies. The SSG, who accompanied Kaduna-based Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Abubakar Gumi to meet the bandits, stated the readiness of the government to engage them in dialogue. Mantani addressed the bandits and their commanders in Duse Magaji, Mariga local government area of Niger State, urging them to embrace peace dialogue being initiated by the government. He said that the peace dialogue will bring an end to the security challenges faced by the state, while appealing to the bandits' commander to support the government's efforts in securing the release of abducted passengers of Niger State Transport Mass Transit and the students and staff of Government Science College, Kagara. What would have angered an 18-year-old secondary school female student to the extent of wielding a locally made pistol before her vice principal with the intention to shoot because she was instructed to cut her colored hair, which is not permitted in the school? Is any question begging for an answer? This is the story of Promise Idorin, a senior secondary 2 student of Community Secondary School, Ikorewa, in Akwabuyo local government in Cross River State, as told by our correspondent at Chibongbasi.
Speaking of camera with NTA News, the principal of Community Secondary School Ikodene, Inyang says the unusual style of greeting of a student attracted him to her. Promise Idurian had returned to school, having complied with the vice principal's order to recolor her hair from brown to black. However, that seemed not to be the end of the matter, as she hinted at classmates of her intention to shoot the vice principal.
The day she brought the gun to school, she was drunk and she said she wants to shoot the vice principal, and some of her classmates corrected her. She shouldn't have done that, but she was highly drunk. She started speaking unexpectedly. So when the army men came, I heard that they catch her.
Investigation reveals that about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, past school hours, pandemonium broke out, but for the principal's timely intervention. Reports say Promise was already tipsy and emotional, ready for her dastardly act. Further interaction with her led the principal on a search mission into her school bag, and what he found was a locally made pistol, which she claimed belonged to her boyfriend. Promise Idurian and her boyfriend were apprehended and later handed over to the Joint Task Force team in the area. Reacting to the development, the Special Advisor to the State Government on Education, Castro Izama, blames the unfortunate incident on failure of parents to live up to their responsibilities by keeping close eye on their children and the pets they keep.
Being that the girl is before the security agencies, we don't necessarily need to interfere. Let them do their work. They are more professionals. They will uncover a lot of things, and from there they will bring it to us, and then we take it off from there. But this goes to show that there are a lot of these girls out there that we need to help immediately.
Promise and her boyfriend were later paraded by the Cross River State Police Command for cultism and recovery of firearms.
The story we were told was that the girl took the weapon to the school to harass one of the teachers. But from our investigation after picking up the girl, we realized that that weapon was given to her to take to a blacksmith for repairs.
Where I keep it, I don't know how manage to go see it and carry it.
Yes, I just support me some school things, but my parents said I should not pay my school fees.
While assuring of its readiness to rehabilitate the 18-year-old, the state government also reiterates its zero tolerance for indiscipline in schools in Cross River State. In Calabar, Achibombasi, NTA News.
Still on education. To advance education, the Nigerian Navy has inaugurated a 12-room story building, hostel accommodation and school hall at the Naval Officers' Wives Association Secondary School, Calabar. Justina Etham reports that the project is the initiative of the outgoing president of NOAA, Mrs. Teresa Ibas.
The erection of the hostel was born out of the decision to tackle the accommodation deficit faced by the Naval Officers' Wives Association Secondary School.
Over the years, NOAA has remained committed to championing the cause of the less privileged in the society while taking deliberate measures steadfastly to raise the educational standard of our youth and children. Student strength signals the need for more facilities, and as such, it became necessary to embark on the project.
We are glad that the NOAA administration from the top decided to take up our demand to put a hostel here that will reduce the number of students coming from home.
While inaugurating the infrastructure, the Chief of Naval Staff, represented by the Fleet Commander, Eastern Fleet, Rear Admiral Perry Onwunzlike, commends NOAA for living up to its corporate social responsibility, stating that the gesture will improve learning as well as complement the standard of the school.
I cannot overlook the effort of our amiable wives and mothers in their roles in developing young minds and ensuring a conducive learning environment.
The events featured presentation of gifts to those who have contributed to making the project a reality and planting of trees to beautify the environment. In Calabar, Justina Etham, NTA News.
More news to come your way just after this commercial break. Please don't go. Stay with us.
Una no vex. Una never hear of coronavirus. Prevention is better pass cure. See this thing. Hand sanitizer. Now one way to take prevent coronavirus with that. See, another one we say we go wash our hands clean with soap and with water. Another one we say when we want sneeze, we want cough. Oh yeah, may we dab together. Correct people. If you see say you get symptom of fever or difficulty in breathing, I beg, make you day your day, make you sit down. Nigeria, our culture they promote cleanliness. Let the celebration continue.
This message is from NTA and NCAC.
Members of the public with any complaint concerning any of our programs should forward their complaints to the Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 9 Murtala Mohammed Iwi Calabar. Phone numbers 0906 198 3183, 0906 883 6550. Email address ntacalabar@nca.gov.ng or to the National Broadcasting Commission NBC, plus 32 Parliamentary Housing Estate, Second Gate behind Zanzibar Hotel, Calabar. Telephone number 0818 445 9924. Email address nbccalabar@yahoo.com. Signed, Management of the National Broadcasting Commission.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. The federal government is training 49 persons selected across the 18 local government area of Cross River State as independent monitors to support the Integrated National Social Investment Program in Cross River State for proper implementation. Paul Abel reports.
In 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari introduced the National Social Investment Program, including the NPAR, National Homegrown School Feeding Program, Conditional Cash Transfer, Government Enterprise and Empowerment, among others, to address immediate and long-term socioeconomic imbalance, alleviate poverty, and bring about accelerated economic growth in Nigeria. But over the years, as the various programs reach out to the people, there have been series of complaints that the purpose of these programs are not properly assessed by the intended end users. Hence, the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development is training independent monitors to synergize with other stakeholders to bring transparency and efficiency in the implementation of these laudable projects.
These people were carefully selected to ensure that they monitor, to ensure that they give the government a kind of feedback about how far and how much is being done with this program.
Our role as a ministry is to monitor the independent monitors and to ensure that they play their role effectively.
Where they have problems, the Commons and other field workers in the 18 AGS will guide and assist them.
Some participants and stakeholders comment on the new initiative.
When we go back, we are going to educate our people, at least the aged, those disabled ones.
It has been beneficial to us and to the state, which I believe we will put in practice.
Participants here are exposed to different data collection tools, reporting timelines, and other procedures to effectively execute their jobs while partnering other stakeholders. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Nigerians have been advised to manage the environment in such a way that they will not include avoidable disaster in the country. Director General, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Muhammadu Muhammad gave the advice while distributing relief materials to victims of fire incidents in Ibenu, local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Charity James reports.
Fire outbreak is one disaster that is frequent in the country, especially during the dry season. Its devastating effect has caused displacement of victims with untold hardship, hence the interventions of the federal government through National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, by providing relief materials.
Federal government of Nigeria, I thank the Akwa Ibom State government for what you people have given us unto us today. I say may God bless you, and we will continue to support the government of this Nigeria. Thank you.
We're very grateful to the federal government for making sure that the people that were affected in the fire incidents are being given this relief materials. It's a very wonderful development.
I know that the core mandate of government is to protect life and property. Government has gone far beyond that today in showing concern in the welfare of our citizens.
Presenting the relief materials for onward distribution to victims of fire incidents at Ubenekan in Ibno local government area, which occurred last year, the Director General of NEMA, represented by NEMA Coordinator South-South Zone, advised the beneficiaries to make good use of the relief materials and guard against actions that are capable of causing fire outbreak in seasons like this.
Available to do more. The Director General, on behalf of the federal government, is available to do more. And I thank the SEMA of Akwa Ibom State for working diligently with us at the zonal office in Port Harcourt.
Distributing the relief materials, the State Deputy Governor and Chairman State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, represented by Mr. Nkoburo Ekaiko, who noted that the state government had sent financial support to the victims, also advised them to make peace their watchword for development in the area.
The federal government, through National Emergency Management Agency, and the Akwa Ibom state government, they have responded, ensuring that they send relief to those that were affected. We are sure that all the beneficiaries will make good use of the material.
Some of the relief materials distributed include building materials, beddings, food items, and toiletries. In Ibno local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Charity James, NTA News.
And now to COVID-19. 662 new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed at the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC). According to the data, Lagos, the epicenter, has 167, FCT 116, Ogun 45, Kanu 44, Akwa Ibom 35, Edo 34, Rivers 37, Kaduna and Osun 23 each, Kwara and Taraba 22 each, Oyo 20, Ondo 19, Plateau 14, Abia and Imo 11 each, Nasarawa 7, Niger 6, Bayelsa and Delta 5 each, Enugu 3, Ekiti 2, and Jigawa 1. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 150,908, while total discharge stands at 127,500, while 1,813 have died of the disease. Government will continue to popularize activities of the African Union in Nigeria to enable it to provide advisory support towards improving her interaction with other nations. This was contained in a message by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, to a stakeholder consultative meeting on the full implementation of African Union vision in Nigeria. Adebola Brooksland Sunday reports.
As a civil society policy organ of the African Union, AU ECOSOC has been ensuring that African citizens fully engage in dialogue on cultural and socio-economic issues for the attainment of inclusive development.
The AU ECOSOC agenda.
This consultative meeting is to further enhance the efficiency, growth, sustainability, and full implementation of African Union vision in Nigeria.
Eradication of poverty, illiteracy, underdevelopment, conflict, and lack of integration levels in the continent has scourged waves like a cancer, constantly undermining the progress of our people and the continent.
Director, International Organizations, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Victoria Agbo, said government through its ministries, departments and agencies is providing support to the ongoing efforts aimed at integrating the AU agenda into national and state policies.
Government would continue to provide the required support within the limits of its resources and mandates of advisory bodies to ensure that we get the best out of our membership of continental bodies.
Barrister Anamero Sunday Dekeri is to head the cluster that will ensure proper implementation of the agenda.
African leaders should continue to stand up and work for economic self-sufficiency. For Africa to make progress, let us look within. Let us look at how we can harness our resources.
African Union is in the process of implementing its Agenda 2063 framework for inclusive growth and sustainable development for Africa. The agenda is to be realized in the next 50 years. Adebola, Brooksland Sunday, NTA News.
And now to the beautiful world of sports. Japanese Naomi Osaka wins 4th Grand Slam title after defeating Jennifer Brady 6-4 and 6-3 in 2021 Australian Open Women's Singles Final. For more on sports updates, over to you, Bade Adeleye.
Time to take a look at some trending stories in the world of sports. I am Bade Adeleye. Nigeria's senior men's basketball team, the Tigers, wrapped up their 2021 AfroBasket qualifiers on Friday with a 76-56 points win over Mali. The result means the 2015 AfroBasket champions finished the qualifiers unbeaten, winning 6 out of 6 games. Still on national teams, Super Falcons coach Randy Wardrum expects his side to put up a much improved performance when they take on Uzbekistan in their second match at the Goat City Invitational Tournament in Turkey Saturday evening. The nighttime African champions beat CSKA Moscow 1-0 in their opening match on Thursday.
I was actually pretty pleased overall, considering the team has not been together in over a year.
Back home, the Nigeria Professional Football League enters match day 11 this weekend. 2 matches are scheduled for Saturday, with the match between Akwa United and Plateau United live on NTA. And to the Premier League now, where Chelsea will be hoping to make it 6 straight wins in all competitions when they play away to Southampton at St Mary's on Saturday, with the match live on NTA from 1 in the afternoon. Liverpool will take on Everton in the Merseyside Derby also on Saturday, with Arsenal and Manchester City trading tackles on Sunday. And to a bit of tennis now, Daniil Medvedev beat Stefanos Tsitsipas in the last 4 of the Australian Open on Friday to reach his second major final. The informed Russian won 6-4, 6-2, 7-5 over his Greek opponent to set up a final meeting with Novak Djokovic on Sunday. And that will be all on Sports Update. I am Badi Adeleye.
And with Sports Update wraps up our bulletin for you tonight. But before we go, a recap of major stories. Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandede, has inaugurated the forward operation base in Efraya Ektum local government area of Cross River State in order to ensure effective border policing by officers of the service, as well as coordinate safe and regular mobility. The Nigerian Police Cross River State Command has replicated the Operation Puff Adder 2 with the sole aim of pursuing criminals from their hideouts and keep state crime safe. Commissioner of Police in the state, Sikiru Akonde, also sued for cooperation from the public to achieve success in the fight against criminality. You also heard in the news that the Nigerian Navy, under the leadership of the outgoing President, Naval Officers' Wives Association, NOAA, Mrs. Teresa Ibas, has inaugurated a 12-room, 1-story hostel accommodation and school hall for students at NOAA Secondary School, Calabar. That's all we have for you tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Cecilia Julius. Do have a good night.